18-year-old blind dog meets her first person at the shelter and refuses to let go. When a dog is abandoned at a shelter, that's a great sense of loss the pup feels. It isn't easy to adjust to living in a new environment, and that task is made even more difficult if the dog is old and has health problems. So when this 18-year-old dog finally made a connection at the shelter with a human, she just knew she couldn't let go. Shelter life is rough for a dog, especially an older one. It's a huge adjustment, especially if they had owners before. That was the case with this adorable dachshund that was simply looking for love. 18-year-old Muneka was abandoned at a shelter. The poor dog had lost her family, her home, and even her vision. She was lost in the world and was very upset. She was looking for a connection, and there was no telling if she'd find it. Muneka found herself at Baldwin Park Animal Care Center in Los Angeles. It was obvious that the situation was draining on her. She was looking for a long-term companion but wasn't about to just leap into anyone's arms. When longtime volunteer Elaine Siemens first approached Muneka, she never expected to receive such a warm reaction. The dog immediately fell in love with her and leapt right into her arms. Elaine was blown away. Siemens immediately noticed that Muneka was different from the other pups at the shelter. Muneka clung to her like a baby would and refused to be let go. No one could believe what was happening. The moment was incredibly precious, and Siemens held the dog in her arm for quite a while. It just so happened that a professional photographer was at the shelter that day and was able to capture the moment. John Huang had stopped at the shelter and had his camera handy. Huang was heading out to LA's Skid Row to take photos and was quickly drawn to the moment that was occurring before his eyes. He knew he had to snap a photo. Before taking the photo, Elaine had approached him and asked if he'd be interested in capturing the moment. Huang knew that he couldn't pass up on the opportunity. He took the photo and uploaded it to Facebook. When I got to the shelter, Elaine was already holding the dog, Huang tells the dodo. The dog was clinging onto her. He took a photo of that exact moment, and it quickly generated attention when the photo made its way online. Elaine is so amazing with dogs, Huang continued, saying she'll roll on the ground with the shelter dogs, she'll kiss them, she really has a special chemistry with them. I love capturing that. Ultimately, the person who sees the photo, I want them to feel something. I want them to feel a connection, Huang says. If I can capture the right sort of connect, then the person who sees the image will feel it too. Huang ended up uploading the photo onto his Facebook page, where it generated a bit of buzz. Eventually, a rescue group called Frosted Faces Foundation reached out, asking about Muneka and how they could help. The foundation quickly got in touch with the shelter and worked their magic. They were able to get Muneka into a veterinarian's office for a regular checkup, and from there, the news only gets better. After Muneka was cleared with a veterinarian, the foundation was able to place her in a foster home until someone was able to adopt her. Muneka was getting the love she so desperately wanted and deserved. Then one day she got the best news ever. Eventually, Muneka ended up finding a mother in Amy Gann. The organization had screened tons of people before they decided on Amy being the perfect mom. It was truly a match made in heaven between the two of them. We screened a lot of people and talked to all their references. Kelly Schmieszek, executive director of Frosted Faces, told the dodo, "We home-checked a bunch of people. By the time we approved someone and they drove to San Diego, I met them, I was very nervous. I thought, I hope we picked the right person, and immediately was, oh my god, I'm so glad she's going home with you," Schmieszek revealed. "I can't put her down," Gann wrote in Schmieszek in a text message. "I have very close family and we pass her along like a new baby." Gann and Muneka continue to enjoy each other's company no matter what they do together. The two go to the beach together and enjoy leisurely activities. Gann is grateful to have been chosen as Muneka's adoptive mother. Neither one of them takes each other's company for granted. It's truly heartwarming to hear stories with a happy ending. Despite her terrible situation, Muneka was able to find a happy home to spend the rest of her life in. Now she and Gann both have the pleasure of each other's friendship.